Hi students, today we are doing lesson 3.4 on evaluating algebraic expression, and this is a super short lesson. We only have a couple of examples and we are talking about evaluating. So let me write down what that means. To evaluate, and you need to write down what this means also. To evaluate is to calculate the numerical value of an expression. Okay, so to evaluate is to calculate the numerical value of an expression. So guess what? You see this word right here? What word does that look like? A calculator. Yes, you get to use a calculator starting on this lesson. Okay, so let's go through and I'm going to change some colors here today. Let's do a couple of examples on this, and then I'm going to let you go on and get your work done because these are pretty easy. I think everybody should be able to do them. Okay, so here's example 1. It's going to say, your work is going to say something like, evaluate x squared when x equals 3. So this is the expression, right? And then they're telling you what the x is going to equal. So instead of x, you're going to substitute it with the number. So over here, instead of doing x squared, I'm going to do 3 squared. And then I have to figure out what that is. So 3 squared means 3 times 3, right? So my answer is 9. And that's it. That's my answer for example 1. That's all you have to do. Okay, example 2 is a little bit harder. And some of y'all would probably be okay with doing this on your own. So you're going to go ahead and try it on your own, and then you can come back and do this. Okay, evaluate x plus y plus z squared. Sorry, I was making sure that was a plus sign. Okay, and then it says when x equals 4, y equals 9, and z equals 2. Okay, so what we're going to do, and I'm going to change color here. Now, you should be writing all this in your notes, but what I'm about to write in red, you do not have to write, okay? The 4 is x, so we're going to put that 4 right here. The y is 9, so we're going to put that right here, and the z is 2. Okay, so go ahead and stop this video and try to solve that problem, okay? You want to work it all the way out. Go ahead and pause it now. Okay, now that you're back, we are going to solve this problem, and we're going to do it with those numbers. So instead of x, I have 4. Instead of y, I have 9. And instead of z, I have 2. Okay, so now I need to solve this using the order of operations. There's a reason why we did order of operations first. And remember, order of operations is parentheses, exponents, multiply and divide, and then add and subtract. So we have exponents here, so we're going to do that one first. Our exponent is 2 squared, which equals 4. Now all my problem is adding, so I'm just going to add 4 plus 9 is 13, plus another 4 is 17. Notice that I'm not using equal signs. I'm not going equals and then writing more out here. I'm not going equals 17. That's because in algebra, we work going down. And so I want you to get used to that, just working your way down. So going down this way instead of going across with equal signs. Okay, you'll get used to it and start doing all your problems like that. Okay, and then we have 2 more. Example 3 is another problem, sort of like these. It's just a little bit harder. Each of them gets a little bit harder. So I want you to try this one on your own. Evaluate 3a squared minus b plus c cubed. Okay, and now I'm going to tell you what a, b, and c are. So when a is equal to 1, B is equal to 4, and C is equal to 3, okay? So remember how we did the last one. You're going to take each of these numbers, and if this is A, you're going to put that 1 where the A is. This one is B, so I'm going to put 4 where the B is, and the C is 3, so I'm going to put the 3 where the C is. Okay, go ahead and hit pause and solve that problem all the way out. Okay, now you should be back. Let me change back to my orange. And I'm going to do 3 times, because it's right next to the A, it's going to be times, right? 3 times 1 squared. Remember, A was 1, minus 4 plus 3 cubed. Okay, I got a lot of lines in there. Okay, now I'm going to use my order of operations. So what am I supposed to do first in order of operations? I do exponents. So I'm going to solve each of my exponents. 1 squared is 1. And 3 cubed is 3 times 3 times 3 is 9 times 3 is 27. Okay, it's not 9. This is 9, and then I have another times 3. So that's why it's 27. Okay, now I'm going to do my multiplication. That one comes next. So I have 3 minus 4 plus 27. Okay, and now I'm going to add and subtract from left to right. So I'm actually going to do my subtraction first. 3 minus 4 is negative 1, plus 27 is 26. Okay, since I'm letting you use your calculators now, make sure that when you're doing this, you don't try to just write all of this into your calculator. Most calculators will not do the order of operations for you, so be careful on that. Make sure that you go through and just still do all the steps. And I need to see all the steps on your paper to make sure that you're doing them. Okay, the last one for today is example 4. We are going to have x squared y z squared when x equals negative 1/2, y equals negative 2, and z equals 1/4. So yes, we're going to keep doing fractions, so make sure that you know your fractions. Okay, go ahead and hit pause and solve this problem on your own. Okay, now that you're back, we need to put in our numbers. We have negative 1/2 squared times negative 2 times 1/4 squared. So where these were, they don't show you the time sign here. You should know that. And so that's why I used parentheses. But I could have put a time sign here. That would have worked also. Okay, I'm putting the parentheses because of these negative signs. I want to make sure that I keep those with the right numbers. Okay, so let's start here with the first exponent. We have negative 1/2 squared. That's going to be positive 1/4. Okay, then I have, oops, hold on, I'm going to do parentheses instead. Then I have times negative 2, and then this last one is going to be times 1/16, okay? And if you didn't get this right, make sure that you know 1/4 is 1/4 times 1/4. 1/4 squared is 1/4 times 1/4, which is 1/16. Okay, now I need to solve all of these multiplications. So I'm going to do 1/4 times negative 2, and that would be negative 1/2. And then I have times 1/16. So when I solve that, I'm going to get negative 1/32. And there's my answer for example 4. I hope you got that right. If you didn't, then go back through my example and see what you did wrong, okay? Okay, so hopefully you will be able to do all of these problems. What this is called, what you're doing here, is substitution. You're substituting the numbers for the letters. So make sure that you do it correctly when you're substituting. Okay, good luck.